As you may know, the Roux method, method for solving 3x3s, uses plenty of M-slices. What is an M-slice? An M-slice is moving the middle layer of the Rubik's Cube. Now, after we've solved the edges and centers of a big cube, we're going to have to solve it like a 3x3. Now, since every piece that isn't an edge or a corner is technically our centerpiece on our 3x3, so since we have so many pieces to grip, how much harder is it to do M-slices on big cubes, and how much slower will it make you? Today, I decided to find out. With me here, I have a 3x3, a 4x4, a 5x5, and a 6x6. I don't have a 7x7, so I can't test that cube. What I'm going to do is I'm going to be doing the dots case for L4E, or where we finished EO, put in these two edges, and now we have to orient these last pieces. So I'm going to be doing that case. I'll be doing 5 of them on the 3x3. Then I'm going to remove the slowest, take out the fastest as well, then average the 3 that are left. And then I'm also going to do that on 4x4, 5x5, and 6x6, and we're going to see how the times will compare. So I got my pen, I got my paper. Now let's do some solves or whatever. Alright, I did overshoot that one, but that doesn't really matter. So what I'm going to do is we're going to look at the worst time, which was this 2.87, so that no longer matters, and then my best time was the 2:01, so that no longer matters, and then I just average out these 3, averaged, wow, that, I don't even know what that handwriting is, 218, so 218 for 3x3 is what I averaged on doing the M-slice case for dots. Now I'm going to do the same thing I just did, but on a 4x4, and we'll see what the time difference is. Okay, so coincidentally here I got a 5.86, which is pretty cool. Just because I like the number 86. Alright, so if you look at these times, my best was the 3:04, so that no longer matters, and sadly I have to get rid of this 586 as well. So we have 3, 3, and 5, and I have to average these out. 3.49 for 4x4 was my average for the dots case, so that was slower by, I don't know, second and a half, little less. Now I'm going to do the exact same thing on a 5x5, and we'll see what the results look like. Okay, so if we look here, look at the times, 11:43 was my worst, so we get rid of that. 5:61 was my best, so we get rid of that. And then we average them out. .02 for 5x5. I'm going to do the exact same thing on a 6x6 and then after we're done, I'll look at the results. Alright, we're done with this. If you look at the times, I just dropped my pen. Alright, now that I got my pen back, we can look at the times. So, 7:90. Gotta get rid of that because that was my best. And 12:57. Get rid of that because that was the worst time. And as you probably already can tell, we're gonna average these out. Okay, so here are the results. So, the average for 3x3 case, right, it was around 2 seconds. For 4x4, around 3.5. For 5x5 was around 8. For 6x6, it was around 9.5. So out of my own curiosity, I wanted to find out the gaps between these numbers. What was the average for the amount of seconds that jumped each time? So here were these numbers right here. So between these two, I had 131. Between these two, I had 435, which was the biggest jump. And then in between these two, I had 152. If you average them out, you get 2.45. So that was the average jump. So what conclusion we can make? 3x3 and 4x4, which are obviously the two smaller ones, were a lot easier because I think my hand can easily fit on this M slice. Same with the 4x4, my hand can fit the whole way around. So just with, the flick of my ring finger, I can easily push both layers at the same time. But I think on 5x5 and up, right, 5x5 and 6x6, it's sometimes I won't be able to grip the whole layer, or I'll do things like that where I'll try and push everything, but one will get left behind and stuff like that. So I notice when I use this finger, I'd sometimes miss this layer and do random stuff like this. So I think that was a problem, and I really saw it on 6x6 too, especially since there's so many pieces. I saw lockups and stuff like that. So you can see this layer is dragging behind. I even found it to be faster just to do like R wide R, because I could just grip all of these layers with my hand instead of having to just rely on my finger to do them. So I think 5x5 and up. So basically after 5x5, M slices start going downhill. 3x3 and 4x4 are fairly easy, so those shouldn't be a problem in a competition. But 5x5 and 6x6 is where it gets challenging, but I'm sure with some practice, you would do just fine. Thanks for watching, and make sure to subscribe. And I just love matching logos.